I am Guneet Kaur, the founder of Precious Pen. Today we are here with yet another episode of the children author series, and with us today here is very talented Bani Bhatia, who is not just a child author. That's her book, The Whimsical Fables. She is a poet and a basketballer. So today she is here with us as a guest. She's our guest to Delhi because she's not from Delhi, she's from Kanpur, and we have her here just for a few more hours before she heads back and attends school also tomorrow, I must tell you. Welcome Bani. How are you?
I'm good. How about you, ma'am?
All good, all good. So over to you, Bani. So how has been your stay in Delhi?
Well, the reason I came here, I did not know that I had this interview. I came here to attend a wedding of a very of my chachi, let's say. So when I got to know there's this interview, I was excited. Actually, I brought a book with me. I was reading that and then I said, नहीं मम्मा पहले आप मेरे को बताओ मैम ने क्या बोला है उसके बाद मैं कुछ करूँगी.
That's cute. So how has it been Delhi treating you? So was it the weather and traffic fine in Delhi, or was it a surprise for you?
It was not quite a surprise. I've been to Delhi before, but these days the traffic is more than usual.
Right, that's what we Delhiites are known for, and I'm proud to uphold that tag so that at least people have something to talk about. Alright, so coming back to her book, The Whimsical Fables, which was launched just last year in November, just before Diwali. She is the sole author of this book. She has brainstormed and written the entire book by herself under the Precious Pen's umbrella. And yeah, over to her. So the idea of this book, how did it come to your mind of writing your own book?
Since I was quite a young age, Mama used to read me short stories and books when I was in the night when I was going to sleep. And during those days, I used to listen. But then as I grew up, I started learning to read. And then she gave me a book, I read it. And I was lost. Like no one, I read books till 12 or sometimes it was 1 o'clock. And the next day was school. Actually, dad had to switch off the lights without telling me. So that, and as I read the books, the characters and the different yawners, they helped me imagine. And those imaginations, I started pinning them down. I thought if the writers, the authors that I read, when they can imagine, why can't I just think about myself as a writer? And when I started pinning down those ideas, they first, as a pile of ideas, like it connected, I started weaving them into paragraphs and then pages. And then later, as I completed one complete story, I showed it to Mama. She said that this was great. I then started writing a few more ideas, and that's how this book came into life.
Amazing. Absolutely, I'm with you on this, Bani, that only a reader can make a writer. If you have a daily habit of reading, nobody can stop you. So moving ahead, so since we are talking about reading, what's your favorite genre of reading?
There are many genres I read. There's humor, horror, but the best of all, the one that keeps me in it, it's mystery. It's always on the edge. Like even when I'm reading, if it's a detective story, I try to solve the puzzle alongside the detective, but then my answer is not almost never same as the detective. I read along. I never quite quick like jump off to the conclusions of what's happening, but I write down my ideas about what would happen if it was that. So if it's different, I use those ideas in some other story or in some other part of the book that I write.
Yeah, definitely. And it's really hard to control yourself when you're reading mystery. I'm also a mystery reader. I love murder mysteries. I love whodunit stories, and I'm a big fan of adventure as well. Okay, and what about writing? So, like you've written an entire book, and I'm sure you've written more than these stories, and you have been part of our first anthology, Venturous Bee, where you wrote an adventurous stories. So you've written a lot. So what's your favorite genre in writing?
I won't like match any favorite of the genres, but the ideas that pop up in my mind. I don't write a story that has only one genre. I can write a story that has mystery alongside humor, or horror alongside suspense, and like horror in some most of the horror stories it just jumps onto the conclusion right away. But I can write horror along with inspiration and humor and suspense.
Right. So mixing two genres is like a fusion. Like it's
Yes.
best of both worlds.
Yes.
So, and how has been your experience with Precious Pen? Do tell our viewers.
Precious Pen has helped me improve my writing skills. Like before, before I joined MAM, I used to write simple words, simple sentences, simple vocab. But then, as I used to understand, as I used to understand what she said, it helped me think that I can not only use the particular word. There are many more different words that can be used at different places with same meaning. So I thought that the vocab, the style of writing, the sentences, they can change in a good way.
Right. So this is what I as a mentor also incorporate and propagate a lot, that there's no harm in writing simple. So, but you know, there's a vast ocean of words out there.
Yes,
So
true.
when you can tell your story or tell your thought in just a few words, instead of a long sentence where your thoughts are, you know, contrasting with each other. So that's how you get the clarity also to write, and it's more crisp when as a reader, if you experience, it's more crisp to read also. So moving on, you had your book launch for this book for Whimsical
Yes,
Fables
yes.
in November last year, and it was her birthday month also. And it was kind of her decision, her choice to do all this. So how did it all go? Your birthday, your book launch, wasn't it too much for you as a 13-year-old,
Well,
12-year-old?
I wouldn't say that it was too much because I managed all of it. My book launch was before my birthday and it was a huge success. But then to celebrate my birthday, I did a closed party with my friends and family. I did not elaborate. But in the book launch, I invited all the people I knew, all my friends, so that the book gets promoted and I have fun myself.
Yeah, such a great and novel idea, unique idea to launch your book in your birthday month. And your own book is in your hands as you turn another year. And she was turning 13, she was becoming a teenager.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Give a gift to myself on my teenage journey.
Right, great. And I was there at the book launch. I managed the entire event. I was there, I was giving speeches and calling everyone on the stage to speak up. So I noticed what she is really blessed to have such a good circle of friends along with her. Like her friends, both boys and girls, in a good mixture, they were standing right beside her, and I was really overwhelmed to see that. Not only that, they were there with her and they also gave speeches. They had written something for her specially. So how has been your experience of friends? Friendship is really important to you, I've seen, and she's, if you read her book, The Whimsical Fables, which is easily available on Amazon and Flipkart till now, when you, if you order today even, you will get it within 3-4 days. So this book, in this book, she has written about 3-4 stories about friendships. She draws, do you draw, I think, inspiration from the real world?
Yes. In most of the stories that you see, if you read this book, you won't get to know it, but real life. So it helps me express my feelings as an inspiration to all.
Yeah, great. And she's really blessed to have such good friends, and you know, go everywhere with them, and they are also there
Yes.
for her. So that's a special friendship, I would say, especially in these growing years. And also, we are almost towards the end of the interview. I would like to also tell about her different talents. I told in the beginning that she is a basketballer. So, what is basketball to you?
Basketball to me is something very close to my heart alongside writing and reading. It helps me put off my mind of the studying and all that, you know, tough stuff. I won't say that writing isn't easy, but it's tough. Sometimes to get off the strange thoughts that appear. I sometimes go shoot some hoops. But then writing also helps me clear up my mind. It also helps me, you know, put my thoughts out from my brain into the paper. When I read it back a few times, it helps me realize what I was doing, what I was thinking. And playing basketball, it clears up my mind.
Right. A sport is anyways important alongside studies and everything that a child goes through these days. So, and I must tell you, in her book, she has mentioned her love for basketball in a poem. Would you like to read it?
Yeah, sure. The bookish shooter, I named the poem. I shoot, I score, I read, I grow. A basketball girl with a bookworm's glow. On the court, I'm fast, I'm bright. Off the court, I read through day and night. I love my hoops and I love my books. Two passions that make my heart hook. I'm a unique girl with a special flair. A basketball player with a book lover's care. I dribble, pass, and shoot with ease, and then curl up with a book that I please. My love for basketball and books is free. A great combo, a rare find, a girl like me.
Wow, amazing. So, bouquet shooter and the words that complemented both basketball, where you are supposed to throw the ball in a basket, and then here when you are supposed to throw words on the paper. I think it does have similarities, except from the fact that they start with the same letter, B and B. Great. So, Bani, we are towards the end of the interview now. Would you like to give any message to our viewers, to readers out there, children of your age who are turning teens? Anything?
Yes. There are some people, like I won't give an example, but there is someone whom I know. They get beautiful ideas in their mind, but they're just scared. They think about the others who would not like it or who would judge them. I would like to tell all of you who are watching that it doesn't matter what the world thinks of you. It's about who you are and what you think about yourselves. If you get any idea, pin it down, and slowly you'll get to weave a paragraph, a page, or a book with yourself.
Right, totally. So that was a great message, before even writing or telling your thoughts on the paper. If you are worried how will it look like to others, so that's not the way to go about it. Whatever comes to your mind, when you are reading and you think like, I have a character in my mind, let me just make out, just draw a diagram and just make out a good map out of it, where it will go, where does it stay. So all this, whatever is coming in your mind, just pen it into your paper. And as Bani said, that it should not matter what others are thinking, what the readers are thinking, because they're not thinking anything unless it's out, right? And it should not matter. So great words of wisdom from a young teenage author, Bani Bhatia. Please do check out her book, The Whimsical Fables, in which she has written inspiring stories, comical stories. She has written about humor, about grandparents. That's one of my favorite stories. And she's written about friendship. So this is a lovely, lovely, beautiful book. And all the people that she knows, they are currently reading the book also. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bani, for coming over.
Thank you.